Alex Russell, a young mother in Port Hampstead, Washington, is in a toxic relationship with her alcoholic and emotionally abusive boyfriend, Sean. One night, she leaves him, taking her 2-year-old daughter Maddy with her. With little money and nowhere to go, Alex is forced to sleep in her car. Desperate for stability, Alex meets with a social worker who tells her she needs 2 pay stubs to qualify for subsidized housing. She finds work at Value Maids, a cleaning company, and is hired on a trial basis. Her first job is at a lavish home on Fisher Island, owned by a wealthy woman named Regina. While she works, Alex leaves Maddy with her unpredictable, free-spirited mother, Paula, even though it makes her uneasy. Despite the challenges, Alex is determined to create a better life for herself and her daughter. After finishing her shift, Alex discovers that her mother, Paula, has taken Maddy back to Sean without telling her. Panicked, Alex rushes to Sean's trailer and, despite his protests, takes Maddy back. Soon after, Alex's boss, Yolanda, calls to inform her that Regina was unhappy with her cleaning job. Determined to make things right, Alex decides to return and finish the work. However, on the way, she and Maddy are involved in a car accident. With no transportation, Alex turns to her estranged father, Hank, who reluctantly gives them a ride to the ferry station. Stranded with no other option, Alex is forced to spend the night on the floor of the ferry station with Maddy, unsure of what to do next. Flashbacks reveal how Alex first met Sean. She was reading her personal writing at a restaurant when they connected. Back in the present, while still at the ferry station, Alex runs into an old friend, Nate, who kindly buys her and Maddy breakfast and gives them a ride back to Value Maids. Despite Alex's attempts to explain herself, Yolanda fires her. Things worsen when Sean's lawyer contacts Alex, informing her that Sean has filed for full custody of Maddy. Overwhelmed and with nowhere else to go, Alex reaches out to her social worker, who advises her to seek safety at a nearby domestic violence shelter. While staying at the shelter, Alex befriends Danielle, another resident going through similar struggles. When Alex loses her court case, Sean is granted full custody of Maddy for 7 days until the court reconvenes, leaving Alex devastated. Danielle learns that Regina never paid Alex for her cleaning job and comes up with a plan to help. Together, they steal Regina's dog, hoping to pressure her into paying what she owes. At first, Regina is furious and threatens to call the police, but Alex stands her ground, making Regina feel guilty. Soon after, Regina sends Alex the full payment. To Alex's surprise, Danielle checks herself out of the shelter to return to her abusive ex. This shocks Alex, but Denise, the shelter's owner, explains that most women leave after multiple attempts. She shares her own experience, revealing that it took her 5 tries to finally leave her abusive husband. Reflecting on her past, Alex writes in her journal about how her relationship with Sean deteriorated after she chose to keep Maddy, deciding against having an abortion, which changed everything between them. Denise introduces Alex to a lawyer who explains that, although emotional abuse isn't always recognized as domestic violence by the legal system, Alex might still have a chance to gain joint custody of Maddy. This gives Alex a glimmer of hope. After a particularly exhausting cleaning shift, Alex finds Sean drunk at a bar with his friends. Frustrated, she confronts him, criticizing his neglectful behavior and lack of responsibility as a father. Despite her anger, Alex knows she needs support in court, so she tries to get her mother, Paula, to act as a character witness to vouch for her parenting abilities. However, Paula is unfocused and unreliable, leading to a heated argument between the two, leaving Alex feeling even more alone in her fight. Alex finds out that Sean missed his bartending shift for the first time and discovers him intoxicated on the beach, struggling with the emotional fallout from their broken relationship. Despite their past, Alex gently reminds him of his responsibility as a father and helps him get home. The next day, in a surprising turn, Sean drops his court case and agrees to share custody of Maddy, realizing the importance of co-parenting. Soon after, Alex and Maddy move into their new subsidized housing unit. To Alex's surprise, they find that Paula, despite their arguments, has painted the apartment for them, offering a small gesture of reconciliation as Alex begins to rebuild her life. Alex's acquaintance Nate, recently divorced and living on Fisher Island, generously gives her a car to help her get back on her feet. Though grateful for his kindness, Alex politely turns down Nate's romantic advances, wanting to keep their relationship platonic. On Thanksgiving Day, while Regina is away with her husband, Alex takes on another cleaning shift at Regina's house. After finishing the job, she lets her guard down. Feeling a mix of stress and escape, Alex drinks some of Regina's wine, tries on her expensive clothes, and in a moment of recklessness, invites a Tinder date, Wayne, to the house. She pretends that the luxurious home is hers, stepping into a life far removed from her own reality, if only for a brief moment. Regina unexpectedly returns home that night, and Wayne quickly sneaks out to avoid being caught. Regina, clearly distressed, opens up to Alex, revealing that her husband has asked for a divorce. She shares her deep pain, confessing her struggles with infertility and that she and her husband are expecting a child through a surrogate. Despite her wealth, Regina is emotionally devastated, and she advises Alex not to let anyone take advantage of her, no matter the situation. Reflecting on their conversation, Alex writes in her journal about the realization that even the wealthy can carry profound unhappiness beneath their glamorous lives. The encounter deepens her understanding of people's struggles, regardless of their circumstances. Before picking up Maddy from Sean's care, Alex texts Wayne, coming clean about her real life and situation, choosing honesty over the facade she briefly indulged in. Alex struggles to afford Maddy's daycare tuition, adding to her mounting stress. Matters worsen when Maddy becomes sick due to black mold in their subsidized housing unit. Forced to vacate the apartment immediately, Alex finds herself with no place to stay. Since Sean is working and unavailable to help, she reluctantly turns to her estranged father, Hank, and leaves Maddy in his care, despite their strained relationship. During this difficult time, Alex takes on a cleaning job in a remote house in the woods that once belonged to an infamous local thief known as Barefoot Billy. While working, she accidentally gets trapped in a crawlspace beneath the house, triggering a panic attack. The isolation and claustrophobia overwhelm her, leaving Alex shaken as she fights to regain control. After the panic attack in the crawlspace, Alex receives distressing news that her mother, Paula, is missing. As she searches for her, she unexpectedly encounters Danielle. However, when Danielle's boyfriend appears, she pretends not to recognize Alex, leaving her feeling abandoned and alone. Determined to confront her fears, Alex returns to the crawlspace in Barefoot Billy's house after finishing the cleaning job. As she sits in the darkness, memories flood back, reminding her of the time she and Paula fled home because Hank was physically abusive to her mother. This realization solidifies Alex's decision to act. Feeling a surge of urgency, Alex immediately removes Maddy from Hank's home and takes her to stay with Paula. To her surprise, she finds that Paula has returned after spontaneously marrying her boyfriend, Basil. This unexpected twist brings a mix of emotions, but Alex is relieved to have her mother back and hopes for a fresh start for both of them. As Alex continues her search for a new home, she faces challenges finding a landlord willing to accept a TBRA voucher. Frustrated by the process, she leans on the support of Regina, and they grow closer as they exchange mothering advice, especially concerning Regina's upcoming surrogate child. While visiting Maddy at daycare, Alex witnesses instances of negligence that alarm her. Determined to provide Maddy with a safer and better environment, she resolves to find a new daycare center. Nate, wanting to help, connects her with a nursery school on Fisher Island. During the meeting, Alex learns she could qualify for a needs-based scholarship if she can provide proof of residence on the island. This new opportunity excites her, offering hope for a brighter future for both her and Maddy. Alex finally finds an apartment where the landlords agree to let her barter for half the rent in exchange for landscaping services. This arrangement is a relief for her, and they even offer the use of their home for Maddy's third birthday party. On the day of the party, things take a turn when Sean shows up intoxicated. He breaks into the house, causing a scene before falling asleep on the couch. Feeling unsafe and overwhelmed by the situation, Alex decides she has to leave with Maddy. For the time being, she and Maddy move into Nate's house, seeking refuge and stability as they navigate the chaos that seems to follow them. Although it's not the ideal situation, Alex is grateful for Nate's support during this challenging time. After Yolanda is unable to offer Alex any extra shifts at Value Maids, Alex takes the initiative to visit a client on her own and offers a cheaper cleaning rate. This bold move allows her to earn some much-needed income while demonstrating her determination to support her family. While managing her new cleaning job, Alex discovers that Basil has disappeared with his trailer and rented out Paula's family home under his name, leaving Paula homeless. With no other options, Paula temporarily moves in with Nate, adding to the complicated dynamics. During dinner at Nate's house, he opens up and confesses his feelings for Alex. Touched but unsure, Alex gently declines, recognizing that she's not ready for a romantic relationship amidst all her current challenges. Their moment is interrupted when Sean arrives, having recovered Paula's mortgage papers. He reveals that the property Paula owns is facing foreclosure, adding yet another layer of stress to Alex's already tumultuous life. The threat of losing Paula's home weighs heavily on her, making Alex feel the pressure of protecting her family more than ever. Determined to confront Basil, Alex, Sean, and Paula track him down to a casino. When they find him, it's clear that he is a con man and a gambling addict who has lost all of Paula's mortgage money. Heartbroken and furious, Paula lashes out at Alex, blaming her for the situation, and then storms off, leaving Alex feeling abandoned. Worried about her mother, Alex and Sean set out to find Paula, discovering her attempting to break into her family home. In a moment of despair, Paula has severely cut her wrists after breaking one of the front windows. Alarmed, Alex and Sean quickly call for help, and Paula is rushed to the hospital. As they wait for news, Sean comforts a traumatized Alex, offering her support during this traumatic time. Seeking solace in each other, the two return to Sean's trailer, where they share a moment of intimacy, finding temporary relief from the chaos surrounding them. After Nate learns that Alex is intimate with Sean, he decides to ask her to move out of his house. However, he allows her to keep the car, which is a small consolation during this difficult time. With nowhere else to go, Alex and Maddy reluctantly move back into Sean's trailer. At the trailer, Alex finds that Sean is busy learning carpentry from Hank, who is also serving as his AA sponsor. While adjusting to this new living situation, Alex continues to work at Regina's house. During one of her cleaning shifts, she receives an unexpected call from the University of Montana. They inform her that she is allowed to reapply for her previous creative writing scholarship, reigniting her hopes for the future. Unfortunately, things take another turn when Yolanda fires Alex after discovering that she stole one of her clients. Feeling defeated, Alex wonders what her next step will be. However, Regina steps in to help, offering Alex weekly shifts and a ferry pass. Grateful for the opportunity, Alex happily accepts, eager to regain her footing and create a better life for herself and Maddy. Alex finds out that Basil has discharged Paula from the psychiatric hospital, leaving her mother vulnerable and in a difficult situation. Despite this, she tries to focus on her own life. At her friend's wedding, Alex receives the exciting news that she has been accepted for the creative writing scholarship. Overjoyed, she sees it as a chance for a fresh start for herself and Maddy. However, her happiness is short-lived. When Sean learns about her plans to move away with Maddy, he becomes enraged, feeling betrayed that she didn't consult him first. The next morning, Alex discovers that Sean has returned Nate's car without telling her, effectively ruining her chances of getting to Montana. Faced with the reality of her situation, she breaks down in tears, feeling hopeless and overwhelmed as her dreams of a better life slip further away. Alex sinks into a deep depression while staying in Sean's trailer for several days. During this time, Sean resumes drinking heavily, creating a toxic atmosphere. One evening, Hank comes over for dinner, and when Alex expresses that she doesn't want to eat with them, Sean forces her to join them at the table. Hank remains silent, doing nothing to intervene, which frustrates Alex even more. Things take a turn for the worse when Sean is fired from his bartending job and comes home drunk. In a fit of anger, Alex confronts him about his reckless spending of their limited money on beer. Enraged by her criticism, Sean throws a glass jug at her, narrowly missing her head. The violent act leaves Alex shaken and fearful, deepening her sense of entrapment in a situation that feels increasingly dangerous. In a moment of panic, Alex frantically searches for Maddy and finally discovers her hiding inside a cupboard, frightened by the chaos around them. Determined to escape the volatile environment of the trailer, they flee on foot. Alex reaches out to Regina, asking her for a ride to the domestic violence shelter, knowing it's their safest option. Once at the shelter, Alex is relieved to receive support, including free clothes and a new phone to help her reconnect with the outside world. However, she realizes she accidentally left her cherished notebook behind in Regina's office. When Regina reads it, she is impressed by Alex's writing ability, recognizing the talent and potential Alex has. This validation of her skills offers Alex a glimmer of hope as she begins to rebuild her life in the shelter. Regina puts Alex in contact with a high-powered family lawyer who can help her secure custody of Maddy before she leaves for college. With newfound determination, Alex begins cleaning the homes of hoarders, earning considerable money to support her and Maddy. She applies for housing and financial aid at the University of Montana in Missoula and even manages to buy a used car, feeling a sense of progress. In a bold move, Alex serves Sean with relocation papers, but he is adamant about not giving up custody of Maddy and decides to take the case to court. This leaves Alex feeling anxious but resolute about her choices. During this tumultuous time, Alex meets up with her mother, Paula, who is now selling art at a flea market with her new boyfriend, Micah. Excitedly, Alex informs Paula about her plans to go to college, hoping for support. However, as she follows Paula's car afterward, she discovers the troubling truth: Paula is homeless. This revelation hits Alex hard, complicating her feelings of hope for the future and deepening her concern for her mother's well-being. After discovering that Paula is homeless, Alex offers to let her come to Missoula with her and Maddy, hoping to provide some stability for her mother. However, Paula rejects the offer, choosing to remain on her own path, which leaves Alex feeling frustrated and helpless. Meanwhile, Sean contests Alex's ex-parte motion for custody of Maddy, arguing that she hasn't provided sufficient evidence of abuse. He requests supervised visitation instead, complicating Alex's plans to relocate to Montana in just a few days. This setback weighs heavily on Alex, as she had envisioned a fresh start for herself and Maddy. To maintain some semblance of control over the situation, Alex arranges for Paula to supervise Sean's visitation session with Maddy. She hopes that having her mother present will ensure that Maddy is safe, while also allowing Paula to be involved in her granddaughter's life. However, the entire situation adds to Alex's stress as she navigates the challenges of her turbulent family dynamics and her aspirations for the future. Alex visits Hank, hoping he will testify as a character witness regarding Sean's abuse. However, Hank refuses, expressing empathy for Sean's struggles with alcoholism instead of acknowledging the harm he has caused. Feeling frustrated, Alex realizes that she may not get the support she needs from her father. During a visitation session, Sean yells at Maddy, causing her to have a meltdown. In a moment of honesty, Sean admits to Alex that his alcoholism is putting Maddy in danger and making him unfit to be a father. This revelation surprises Alex, and to her shock, he signs over full custody of Maddy and drops the court case, recognizing the need for change. Afterward, Paula asks Alex if she can still move to Montana with them. Alex, hopeful for a fresh start, accepts the offer. However, the next day, Paula changes her mind, opting to stay with Micah instead. She encourages Alex to pursue her future without her, which feels like another blow to Alex but also gives her the final push she needs. With nothing holding her back, Alex packs up and prepares to depart for Missoula with Maddy, excited and anxious about the new life that awaits them.